Yeah, hi. Hi, good morning.
Hey Venkat, very good morning.
Good
Yeah,
morning.
good morning. Right. So in last class, we discussed what is the importance of data analyst, okay? And what are the topics we are going to discuss in this course, okay? So let's just go some a quick overview and we can go for other topics here. So here we started with this ETL process, okay? What is ETL we discussed? Anyone? Please tell me. ETL stands for?
Yeah, Venkat, extract, transformation, and loading.
Right. So we are going to extract data from different sources. Okay. So as we discuss here, here the data can extract in the form of database. Okay. And the form of flat files or any application interface. Okay. So we can get data in multiple formats. Okay. Can I observe here? Few companies will manage data in the form of database. And most of the mid-range companies or small companies will manage data in the form of CSV files, okay, or Excel files. So you can get data in different formats, okay, and this data can process, and the data processing is called data transformation, okay. You tell me, in data processing, what are the key steps we can do? This data cleaning. Make sure you can find data duplicates, and we can find missing values. Okay. So we can clean the existing data, and we can find data duplicates, and we can remove the duplicates, and we can find missing values. In addition, we can convert this data into organized format. Organized format. Okay. Now this data can store in data warehouse. Have you heard the terminology like OLAP and OLTP? Anyone?
Yeah, online transaction process, online analytic process, I think, right?
Right. It's online transaction processing and online analytical processing. Okay. So there are two different databases. In online transaction processing, we can manage day-to-day transactions. We can manage day-to-day transactions. Like you can call it current data. Okay. And whereas OLAP can manage historical data or archival data. Okay. So we have a question here. So why we need to divide this data into two different databases, OLTP and OLAP. So what is OLTP first? Online transaction processing, whereas OLAP is an analytical processing. Okay. So any guess for you why we need to divide data into two different parts? What's the reason? Any guess? Old data in one database and current data in different database. So what could be the reason? Okay, I'll give an example to you. You'll get some idea. Yes, please. Please tell me.
I think it's a fast retrieval to maintain the current data for OLTP on the current database, current transactions as well. And OLAP means we are maintaining the historical data. So when we fetch the full data, then we can get from the different sources.
Okay, fine. I'll give an example to you. you will just go to some SBI bank ATM. Okay. So you want to withdraw some amount. Okay. So when you enter your card and you provide a PIN number, so first it has to verify the existing data. Okay. So if you manage all 10 years transactions in a single database, this processing will take much time. So for example, I have a bank account for 10 years. Okay. So if it is maintain the whole data in a single database, to process this data, it will take much time. Even my ATM transaction will take much time. Okay. So for the reason, what we can do, we can divide this data. Okay. So I said all day-to-day transactions, like current data and historical data in different databases. It can improve your transaction performance. Okay. So now tell me, in this data warehouse, what we can store? Current data or archival data? In data warehouse, what we can store? Current data or archival data? Any guess? First, as a data analyst, where we can work on data transactions or historical data?
I
Here,
think it's
data
historical
analysts.
data.
Yes, exactly. Data analysts will always work on historical data, like last year transactions. For example, I want to analyze my business status. Okay. So with the today's transactions, I cannot guess. I cannot guess the business status. Is it profit mode or loss mode? Okay. So I need to get last quarter transactions, last year transactions. Okay. So data analyst will always focus on OLAP database. Okay. Man. So if you want to take a new strategy, if you want to get a new decision, okay, so we can validate existing data, right? So this data warehouse is a OLAP database. So now this data can use for analysis. Okay, so we can extract data from different sources and we can process data and we can load data in data warehouse. This data can use for analysis. Okay. So we discussed this point. And we've seen what are some roles and responsibilities for data analyst. Okay. So we can collect data and we can design and maintain our own database. And next we can do data analysis. Okay. And we can interpret data. Interpret in sense, we can convert data into organized format. Okay. And we can understand the trends and patterns, and we can prepare our own reports. So we discussed the example, if you remember, we have seen a dashboard, right? Okay. See, this is a simple dashboard. In this dashboard, you can find the sales details. Okay. Suppose you want to design your own dashboard. Okay. You tell me, what the tool is required to prepare dashboards? In last like an overview to write. So which tool can help us? Yes, Power BI. Okay. So using Power BI, we can prepare dashboards. Okay. I'll give an example for you. You'll get some idea. This is a Power BI tool. So in this Power BI tool, I have a simple report for some pizza sales. Okay. Can you see here? I have a different type of pizzas here, like a classic pizza, When I select classic, you'll find this. What is the sales for classic pizza? Average order value, okay? Average pizzas per order, number of orders, okay? No? Total pizzas sold out, and total revenue we generated, okay? I'll select Supreme Pizza, is a pizza type, okay? Veggie pizza, chicken pizza. When you select different pizzas, you'll find how the sales, okay? Can you find this chicken pizza sales? In the month of January, February, okay? March. So for each pizza type, you'll find this sales. And total revenue is generated based on each pizza. Yes or no? So we can prepare these dashboards using Power BI. Okay. So now we have a question here. Sir, how Power BI can generate this data, this dashboard? See, in backend, Power BI can use a data source. A data source. Can you see my data source here? You have an Excel file. In this Excel file, I can have this data. Okay, notice this. This is a pizza sales. So this Excel file I'm using to generate this data. Sorry, we have a data in different formats. So this data could be in the form of CSV files, in the form of Excel files, okay, or database, raw data, okay. So you can get this data and you can prepare dashboards in Power BI, okay. So in this example, what we did, we gathered this data in different Excel format, okay. Sir, I want to get data in SQL Server. SQL Server. Let me get this SQL Server. So I can even use SQL Server as a backend for this Power BI. Okay. So here I can get data and I can prepare my own dashboards. So the point is we have a multiple options to get data. Can you see? It is SQL Server. From there, we can fetch our data. Okay. So no worries how to prepare these dashboards. Okay. How can you create our own reports? So we can discuss later. Okay. So one example to use Power BI dashboards. Next one. So what's the point we discuss here? We can prepare our own reports and we can determine area of improvement. So by finding the reports, we can find the area of improvement. Okay. And in last class, we discussed how to get these dashboards. Okay. And how to analyze the dashboards. And we've seen what are the job trends. So how the demand for data analysts you can find here. Okay. Was the growth for data analysts you can find here. Next one, to become data analyst was a roadmap we discussed. Okay. And we discussed few more points here. If you remember, please tell me. What are 6 points we discussed? Yes, see here. We can collect data. So there are total 6 steps here. These are our day-to-day activities as a data analyst. Okay. So as a first step, collect data from different sources. So example I given to you, it could be employee data, student data, a customer data, bank data, product data, e-commerce data, like data in different formats. Okay. Next one, second point, data transformation. So there you can do data cleaning. Next up, data modeling. Yes, please tell me, what is data modeling? What is data modeling? Here, this data is available in different tables. Okay. For example, you'll find this customer data, product data, and sales data. Okay. You can have a customer ID, customer name, product ID, product name, price, customer address. Come to sales table, what you can find here? Sale ID and customer ID. Next word, product ID and product price, quantity, and its cost. Okay. So can you find here? Here we have columns like customer ID, customer name, address. And you can find product ID, product name, price. Okay. And you can find here sale ID, customer ID, product ID, price, quantity, cost, and so on. So we have multiple tables here. Now, how can you join these two tables? How can you join this customer table?
Based on customer ID,
right?
And product ID combined with this table.
Can you see here? What's a common column here? Customer ID, right? Okay.
Yeah.
The customer ID, I'm going to get a relation. Okay. For example, a customer ID is 101. His name is Ram. Customer ID is 102. His name is John. Okay. 103. So you can have a customers. I come to products. 201 is a book. 202. So pen. 203. So mouse. Okay. Can have its own cost. Come to sale ID. So 301 customer ID. Who bought this item? Like I said, 103. And what is the product? Pen 202. What's the price? 50 rupees. And what is the quantity? Purchase 2 pens. And what is the cost here? 100 rupees. Okay. Next one, sale ID 302, customer ID. Who purchased this item? Customer 101. Who is 101? Ram. And what is the product ID? Which product he purchased? I said 203. What is 203? It's a mouse. What's the mouse cost? For example, 300. Okay, its quantity is 1. Then what is the cost here? 300. So like this, you can have a data. And now we can find a common columns for all the tables. Okay, and we can prepare our own data model. Okay, is it clear? So you can build a relation. Build a relation for this multiple tables. Okay. Next one, data analysis. Tell me what is data analysis here? What we can do? What is the role of data analyst we discussed? Yes. Data analyst will prepare dashboards. At the same time, data analyst can provide solution for business problems. Solution for business problems. Okay. So if you want to improve my sales in a specific region, so how can I improve? If you want to get more number of loans for bank, so how can I get this? What is the strategy I need to follow? Okay. So I can get this solution here. Next, the data visualization, we discussed this point. So we can prepare the same data in the form of dashboards. Okay. And this data can publish, so which can hand over to this management or end user. Okay. So instead of preparing a report of 500 pages, we can just prepare one simple dashboard. Okay. A dashboard can provide more details. Okay. Now tell me how to become data analyst. We discuss here. We can focus on specific tools like statistics, Excel. So in last class, I gave an overview to you. Okay. Statistics, Excel, SQL, Python, and data visualization, Power BI. Okay. So let me go with this course content. You'll get some clear idea what we are going to cover. It is my database, actually. Okay. The SQL Server database. I'll discuss later what is SQL Server, how to work with this database. We can see it later. No worries. Okay. Now I'll go with this course content here. You can see here. So here we are going to focus on what is the importance of data analysis and its fundamentals. Okay, we can discuss here. And what is business intelligence? What is business intelligence? Okay, we discussed it, right? BA reports. Okay, so we can focus on it. Next one, we can go with like what is data and what are different type of data. So any clue for you? What's the different type of data? Any clue for you? We can have a structured data, unstructured data. Okay. So what is structured data here? What is structured data? You have a numerical values. Yes, please.
Yeah, data which is available in rows and columns, like structured data.
Right. The example we discussed it, right? We have a pizza sales details. Okay. So pizza order, pizza ID, order ID, pizza name, quantity, and order date, time, number of units. Okay. Unit price, total price. Okay. And what are the items, ingredients in this pizza? So here we have a data in the form of rows and columns, right? Okay. It is an order data. Order data. Okay. So now let me go with this. Unstructured data. Unstructured data, nothing but we have images, raw data, audio files, video files. Okay. So you can find different type of data and how to manage this data we can discuss. Okay. And next one we can focus on like what is OLTP and OLAP. So what to discuss? What is OLAP? Online analytical processing, and OLTP stands for online transaction processing. Okay. So how to manage this we can discuss. And as a data analyst, we can focus on Python. Okay. We discussed this point. So Python installation, and we can focus on fundamentals in Python. Actually, most of the members, they have a bit worry about programming. So no need to worry about any program. Okay. I'll show you a simple method to practice these programs. Even no need to install any additional tools. You can directly practice in browser. Practice in browser. Are you aware of Google Colab? Anyone? Please tell me. Google Colab. So just register to Google Colab and create a new notebook. Create a new notebook. So it'll just create one interface for you. So here you can practice all your Python programs. Okay. Can you see? It is my Google Colab interface. Print hello world. So you got this output here. Can you see how simple it is? Okay. You tell me if you want to write the same program in Java. Tell me how can you write any Java program? Is there any developers? Please tell me. Class name. Next word. Public, static, void, main, string arguments. Next word. You have to use system dot out dot println hello world. Can you see? If it is Java, you have to write multiple lines of code. Okay. To print a simple hello world statement, you need multiple lines of code. But whereas in Python, you can use a single statement to display this output. Okay. Can you see how simple it is? So the point is, no need to worry about programming. Okay, no? We can go with the step-by-step process from scratch. Okay, you can easily understand this. Python fundamentals. Okay. So any doubt here? Any question? Yes, it's Google Colab. I'll discuss later how to go with this. Simple method. You can just go to Google, search for this Google Colab tool. You can get this interface automatically. Okay. I'll show you how to install Jupyter. Okay. And how to install Anaconda and how to practice programs in Anaconda. I'll show you. Okay. No problem. Next one. See this Python fundamentals here. So you can go for Python variables, operators, data types. In Python, we have some important topics like list, set, tuple, dictionary. So they're important topics we have. We can discuss it. Okay. And what are different Python loops? Are ever of loops here? While loop, for loop. Okay. And lambda functions in Python. Okay. So we can focus on it. Next, we can even discuss NumPy, Pandas, C1, Matplotlib, okay, TensorFlow, Keras. So you have multiple Python libraries, so we can focus on it. Okay. Next, you can go for advanced Python, the one we discussed, right? Operators, again, different type of operators. Okay, conditional statements, and how to use a simple joins in Python. Okay, so you can discuss different operators. Okay, so you can discuss both fundamentals and even advanced topics in Python. Okay, next one, we can focus on SQL. If you remember, we discussed this point. We need Python for programming. Okay, and how about SQL? Why we need SQL? Yes, last class students, please tell me. We discussed this point. If you want to manage our own database, we can use a tool called SQL. Here, SQL stands for Structure Query Language. Okay, so using SQL, we can insert data into database, and we can select data from database, or we can update data in database. We can perform multiple operations. Okay, using SQL. Okay, so SQL stands for Structure Query Language. Now we can discuss here what is DBMS or RDBMS. Please tell me, anyone, what is RDBMS?
Relational database management system.
Relational database management system. How can you classify this database and DBMS? Are the same or different? Database is what? Is a place where you can store our data. Yes or no? And if you want to manage this database, we need a tool. We need a tool, right? A tool called DBMS. DBMS, Database Management System. With this tool, we can manage our database. Now tell me, SQL is a part of database or DBMS? SQL is a part of database or DBMS?
That's a DBMS.
Right. SQL is a part of DBMS, Database Management System. With this SQL, we are going to manage our database. Whereas MySQL is a database. SQL Server is also database. Oracle is a database. DB2 is a database. PostgreSQL is a database. Okay, we can have multiple databases here, and all these databases can manage through SQL. Okay, we can say SQL is a common language for multiple databases. What's the point? SQL is a common language for multiple databases. In sense, if you learn SQL, you can work for SQL Server, you can work for MySQL, you can work for Oracle, DB2, PostgreSQL. Okay, are you following or not? SQL is a common language for multiple databases. Is it clear? Now, so what are different sub-languages of SQL? Can you find the sub-languages? DQL, or you can call DRL. Okay, it's a data query language, the select command. Okay, and next you'll find here DDL, data definition language, and DML, data manipulation language. Okay, and you can find group by class, having class. What are different constraints? Not null, unique. Okay, and what are different type of joins? It's very important topic. Types of joins, like inner join, outer join, left outer join, right outer join, self join. Okay, and DDL commands. Come to DDL, I said to you, right, is a data definition language. So there you can find commands like create, drop, alter. Okay, we can discuss one by one command, no problem. Okay, and come to data manipulation language, you'll find here insert, update, delete, and the TCL. TCL stands for transaction control language. So there you can have a commit, rollback, save point. Okay, and you can find some more concepts here, how to create indexes, procedures, functions. We can cover all these topics in SQL. Okay, so as we discussed, if you learn only SQL, just a minute. Yeah. See this way. If you learn only SQL, yes, you have an option to work with as a database developer. Okay. So please don't ignore it. In data analyst course, each and every tool can have its own importance. If you learn SQL, you can work as a SQL developer. If you learn Power BI, you can work as a Power BI developer, Power BI administrator. Okay. If you learn Python, you can work as a Python developer. Okay. You can manage a MS Excel developer. So you have multiple roles for each and every tool in data analyst. Okay. So please don't ignore it. All tools are very important. Okay. Next, we can focus on Power BI. Yes, it's very important tool. In every application for every project, we can use Power BI. Okay. So we can see what is Power BI DAX functions, Power BI desktop, Power Query. Okay. And Power Map, Power View. So you have multiple topics here. As we discussed, using Power BI, we can prepare our own dashboards. We can get data from Excel. For example, see this. I got this data from Excel, I downloaded. And here I'm creating my own measures. See, actually, these measures are not available. We created manually. Total number of orders, total pizzas sold out, total revenue generated. Can you find these columns in this table? Do you have any column called total number of orders? Please go through the columns, what we have. Please let me know. What are the columns we have? Pizza, pizza ID, order ID, pizza name, quantity. See, when you process data, it's very important to understand the given data. Without reading this data, you cannot prepare reports. So first you need to understand what the data is given. Okay. So please tell me what are the columns we have? Pizza ID, order ID, pizza name ID, quantity, order date, time, unit price, total price, pizza size, middle. M stands for like medium pizza, large pizza, small pizza. Okay. No? Pizza category, pizza ingredients, and pizza name. Do you have any column called? Do you have any column here as a total number of pizzas, total number of orders? Please tell me. Do you have any column like total number of pizzas? No, right? But this column is newly created. Total pizzas sold out. This is one more column. Total revenue generated. Another column. Average order value. Average pizzas. All they're called different measures. What they are different? Measures here. We can create our own measures. Are you following or not? We can create our own measures. Okay. So we can discuss later how to create these measures. Okay. We can discuss later. Next step. So the core topics here. What are the core topics in Power BI? Power BI Desktop, Power View, Power Query, DAX functions. Yes, you're going to use DAX functions to create measures. Okay. No? So all the important topics here. Power BI Visualizer, Power Query Editor. We can write even our own SQL queries here in Power Query Editor. Okay. And how to prepare data modeling using Power BI. Okay. And Power BI filters, Power BI customization. And we discussed, right, Power BI DAX functions. It's also part of it. Okay. And you can see other Power BI services. So you can use all these tools. Next, we come to data visualization. As we discussed, in Python, we have an option to use matplotlib. To use matplotlib. Okay. So using matplotlib, we can create our own reports. We can use for data visualization. Okay. How to create a box plot, scatter plot, bar charts, pie charts, histograms. Okay. We can discuss all the topics in for data visualization. And another important topic is statistics. Okay. So in the statistics, we are going to cover all the fundamentals. See, no need to worry about this mathematics. They're simple mathematics and simple formulas. Okay. We can discuss as a part of this course. Okay. And next we can find SQL. Sorry, MS Excel. So most of them, they're using MS Excel only for to prepare a simple tables, right? But here we can mainly focus on MS Excel functions. MS Excel functions. All functions we'll use here. Okay. You can see an example. Sum function, average function, count function. Okay. Average refills, max, min. Yeah, n number of functions here. Logical functions. Okay. So all these functions will help you for data cleaning and data processing. Okay. And VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, indexes, offsets. And you can even go for advanced topics in these functions. Okay, so we can focus on it. It's very important. All these functions we'll use in our day-to-day operations. Day-to-day operations, they're very important. Okay. Next one, we can focus on data visualization, data summarization, and how to coordinate this Power BI with SQL Server and Excel. Okay, then we can use all three tools together to prepare our own dashboards. Okay. Next one, you can even see generative AI tools in data analyst. Okay, like how these tools will help us. For example, I want to prepare my own dashboard. Okay, so I can use simple tool here. I'll go for ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Sorry. I can ask simple question. Can you generate a matplotlib code for student results dashboard? Can you see how I can generate matplotlib code for student results dashboard? I'll ask the simple question for GenAI tool. What is GenAI tool I'm using here? ChatGPT. Okay. Just execute this. You can observe how these tools can simplify our tasks. You can observe here. Can you notice this? It is writing some Python code. In Python code, which library we are using here? Yes, please tell me. Matplotlib. Okay, then. Next one, NumPy. Okay. So I have some code here. I'll copy this code. Please tell me how can I execute this code? How can I execute this code?
Collab.
Right. I can use Jupyter. I can use Anaconda. I can use even Google Colab. Already have Colab, right? Okay. Go to Colab. You can add your content. Execute it. Can you see? You have dashboard? Yes or no? You'll find your own dashboard. There is a subject-wise marks, subject-wise results. Okay. So we are prepared a simple dashboard using ChatGPT. Okay. No? So these GenAI tools will simplify your day-to-day activities. Okay. No? We can discuss it, how to use these tools efficiently. We can discuss. I'll tell you how to use some important prompts here. Okay, prompts are very important. If you use a proper prompt, you'll get this exact report for you. We can do required change in the report and we can deliver. Okay. So you can focus on this specific tools. GenAI tools, ChatGPT, how to use ChatGPT, you can discuss. And in addition, you have some projects here. In data analysis, you have multiple projects for healthcare, banking and finance, okay, and HR analytics, energy, aviation. You have multiple projects for data analysis, e-commerce, okay. So we are going to cover multiple tools. In addition, GenAI tools and projects, okay. So yes, please, any queries, any doubts for you? Please tell me. So it's clear what we are going to cover in this course. Okay. What are the topics we are going to focus? So I discussed for you.
Any repository we are covering in this course, sir?
Yes, GitHub. Yeah, we have a GitHub. I'll show you how to create GitHub accounts and how to upload our projects in GitHub. Okay, it's very important actually. Good question. GitHub I'll show you. Even GitLab also I'll show for you how to use GitLab as well. Okay, and even I'll let you know freshers to create your own resumes, LinkedIn portals. Okay, how to search our job roles. Okay, I'll help you for that. No worries. Yes, GitHub is very important to upload all the projects, because if you want to prepare my own portfolio, so I need GitHub account. Okay. As a data analyst, you have to showcase your projects. Yes or no? If you go to any interview, someone asks a question, what are projects you developed? Okay. So you have to maintain your own repository in GitHub or GitLab. Okay. That is very important for portfolios. Okay. Yes, please.
Sir, like Python, how many days you will cover?
So not like days here, topics it is. Okay, we'll cover multiple topics. Discuss it, right? For data analysts, we will mainly focus on specific operations, like we want to discuss NumPy, Pandas, Cbun, Matplotlib. Okay, we'll focus on specific topics.
Sure, noted.
Yeah. So right, continue. We can have one more demo session on tomorrow. So then we can start our regular topics. Okay. So as we discussed, right, initial first 3 days of demos for you. So from then we can start our regular topics. Okay. Right. Continue. So if you have any other queries, please reach out to admin team. So they will help you how to register and how to attend classes. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow class. Yes. Yes, you can find course content also from admin team. Please get it. Please get the course content. Okay. Yes. Thank you.